What's up, everybody? Danny's here, and we are back at it again with another video. But before we get into it, make sure you check out all the links in the description below. So, I have noticed that I've seen a few people like to play Fortnite on the Nintendo Switch, but this is going to be a huge change in this video. So let's talk about Fortnite, definitely. So Fortnite has become the most popular game since it was released in 2017. And currently it was released for Xbox and PlayStation and PC. And definitely it was released on the Nintendo Switch back in 2018. But then this year, Fortnite was released on the Switch too. So then eventually, honestly, I don't play Fortnite that much. I don't play it that much. But definitely I do play it sometimes, but not that much. But normally though, I've seen a few people play Fortnite on the Nintendo Switch, and a few on the Switch too, but I don't know why though, but the Switch 2 version of Fortnite is a lot faster than the Switch 1 version. But I would say that Fortnite is eventually, it's only on the Switch 1, but it's not on the Switch 2, which kind of stinks though, definitely. So I've seen a few people play Fortnite, probably on the Switch 1 version. That's what they usually play on, the Switch 1 version. But I think the Switch 2 version is a little faster, though. But let me know, do you guys play Fortnite on the Nintendo Switch or on the Switch 2? Let me know which version would you guys rather play in the comments below. For me, I'm going to say the Switch 1. I mean, not the Switch 2 version. The Switch 1 version I was meant to say. But yeah, I like to play Fortnite on the Switch 1 because definitely there's not a lot of people playing Fortnite on the Switch 2 eventually. But I think the Switch 1 version is a lot popular than you think. So I think I'm talking too fast, so I may need to slow down. I think that's why I'm messing. I think that's why I'm screwing things up. That's why. So, as I can tell, Fortnite was a great game because we used to have the OG Fortnite map. That was one of my favorites that they did. Lego Fortnite. That's really amazing that they did the Lego Fortnite back in 2023. They did it 2 years ago, but the OG Fortnite was introduced 2 years ago, and then they put it back last year, but I'm sure they're going to put it this year. The OG Fortnite map. I think they do it every year in December. That's what they usually do to put the OG Fortnite map. I love the OG Fortnite map. Who else loves the OG Fortnite map? Let me know in the comments below. But definitely I love the OG Fortnite. It takes me back in 2017 when Fortnite was released 8 years ago. But Fortnite was introduced 8 years ago, but it didn't release on the Switch 1 in 2017, but they did announce it on their Nintendo Direct in 2018, around E3 time, which I guess makes sense though. They did introduce Fortnite on the Nintendo Switch in E3 though, so definitely though, I really like how Fortnite got into lots of amazing chapters, like Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 3, Chapter 4, and Chapter 5, and now we're in Chapter 6 in Fortnite. But definitely, let me know what's your favorite chapter of Fortnite, and let me know what's your favorite season of Fortnite. Let me know in the comments below. For me, I'm going to say Fortnite Season 1. No, not Fortnite Season 1. That didn't sound right. I think it's Fortnite Chapter 1, Season 4. That's one of my favorites, though, but I like the Season 5, which introduced the Durr Burger and the Beef Boss. That was one of my favorites. And I also like Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 1. That was one of my favorites, though. And I like Chapter 3, though, definitely. I think I like all the Fortnite chapters, though. I have played them all, actually. I think that's what it is. But also, let me know, have you guys played all the Fortnite chapters and all the Fortnite seasons? Let me know in the comments below, though. I have played them all, but not all of them, because I think Fortnite was released on the Switch in 2018. I think my first chapter and my first season I played was Chapter 1, Season 4. I remember playing that chapter and that season in Fortnite. So I think this will wrap it up here for today's video. Let me know which Fortnite version would you guys rather play, if it's on the Nintendo Switch or on the Switch 2. Let me know in the comments below. And plus, don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you're new to this channel. Make sure to hit that bell notification every time you get notified when I post a video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Peace!